You are exactly where you need to be right now. This very moment, this very second that you're hearing these words is not an accident. There are no accidents in this universe. Everything that comes into your life comes at precisely the right time, and when your soul is ready to receive it, the teacher appears. When your soul is ready to learn, the lesson shows up. When your soul is ready to transform, the message finds you. Right now, something inside you stirred. Something made you stop and listen. That's your soul speaking to you. That's the part of you that knows there's more to life than what you've been experiencing. That's the part of you that's been waiting, preparing, getting ready for this moment of awakening. And now you're here, and that's beautiful. You see, most people go through life asleep. They're walking around, going through the motions, doing what they think they're supposed to do, living lives that someone else designed for them. They wake up, go to work, come home, watch television, go to sleep, and do it all over again. They're waiting for the weekend. They're waiting for vacation. They're waiting for retirement. They're waiting for life to begin, not realizing that life is happening right now, in this very moment. But you're different. The fact that you're here, the fact that something drew you to these words, tells me that your soul is stirring. Your soul is saying, there's got to be more than this. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a purpose to my existence, beyond just paying bills and getting through the day. And your soul is absolutely right. You are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Let that sink in for a moment. You are not your body. You are not your job title. You are not your bank account. You are not the roles you play or the labels that society has put on you. You are an infinite, eternal spiritual being, temporarily housed in this physical form, here on this earth school to learn, to grow, to expand, and to remember who you truly are. When you came into this world, you came from a place of pure love, pure light, pure possibility. You were connected to the source of all creation. You were one with everything. And then something happened. You started to forget. Society started to condition you. Your parents, with all their love and good intentions, started to tell you who you should be. Your teachers told you what you should learn. Your peers told you how you should act. And slowly, layer by layer, you covered up that magnificent spiritual being with fear, with doubt, with limiting beliefs, with other people's opinions. But here's the beautiful thing. That spiritual being is still there. It never went anywhere. It's just been covered up. And when your soul is ready, when you've had enough of living someone else's life, when you've had enough of the pain, the struggle, the feeling that something is missing, that's when the awakening begins. That's when messages like this one find their way to you. You might be going through a difficult time right now. Maybe you've lost someone you love. Maybe you've lost a job. Maybe a relationship has ended. Maybe you're dealing with health challenges. Maybe you're just feeling lost, confused, wondering what your purpose is, wondering why you're here. If any of this resonates with you, I want you to know something very important. This is not happening to you. This is happening for you. Every challenge, every obstacle, every painful experience you've ever had has been preparing you for this moment. All of those experiences were necessary. They were teaching you. They were shaping you. They were getting you ready to step into the person you're meant to become. The caterpillar must go through the darkness of the cocoon before it can emerge as a butterfly. And you, right now, might be in that cocoon. You might be in that dark place, wondering if you'll ever see the light again. But I promise you, transformation is happening. Your soul is ready. Your wings are forming. Here's what I know to be true. You are not your past. You are not the mistakes you've made. You are not the failures you've experienced. You are not the pain that's been inflicted upon you. All of that was part of the human experience, but it's not who you are. Who you are is the observer of all those experiences. Who you are is the consciousness that's aware of them. And that consciousness, that awareness, that's the real you. That's your soul. And your soul cannot be damaged. It cannot be diminished. It cannot be destroyed. Your soul is perfect, whole, and complete right now. It always has been, and it always will be. The only thing that's been blocking you from experiencing this truth is your thinking. It's the thoughts you've been thinking, the beliefs you've been believing, the stories you've been telling yourself about who you are and what's possible for you. But thoughts can be changed. Beliefs can be transformed. Stories can be rewritten. And that's the beautiful news. You don't have to stay stuck where you are. You don't have to keep repeating the same patterns, making the same mistakes, living the same limited life. You have the power right now, in this moment, to choose differently. You have the power to choose love over fear. You have the power to choose faith over doubt. You have the power to choose possibility over limitation. You have the power to choose growth over stagnation. And when you make these choices, when you align your thinking with your soul's truth, miracles begin to happen. Now, I'm not talking about magic tricks or fantasy. I'm talking about real, tangible changes in your life. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you shift your perspective from why is this happening to me to what is this teaching me, everything transforms. When you stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being a creator of your reality, your whole world shifts. You see, the universe is not random, it's not chaotic. It's organized by laws, by principles that are as reliable as gravity. One of these laws is the law of attraction. What you focus on expands. What you think about, you bring about. Where your attention goes, energy flows. This isn't wishful thinking. This isn't positive affirmation, mumbo jumbo. This is a fundamental truth about how consciousness works. If you focus on what's wrong in your life, you'll get more of what's wrong. If you focus on lack, you'll experience more lack. If you focus on problems, you'll encounter more problems. Not because the universe is punishing you, but because your focus is literally creating your experience of reality. Your perception is your reality. But the opposite is also true. If you focus on gratitude, you'll find more things to be grateful for. If you focus on abundance, you'll notice abundance all around you. If you focus on solutions, solutions will appear. If you focus on love, love will multiply in your life. Your soul knows this truth. Your soul has always known it. That's why when you're aligned with your soul, when you're living from that place of truth and authenticity, life flows. Things work out, doors open, opportunities appear. The right people show up at the right time. Synchronicities happen. You've probably experienced this before. Think about a time when you were so excited about something, so passionate, so aligned with what you were doing that everything just seemed to click. Time flew by. Things came easily. You were in the flow. That's what it feels like to be aligned with your soul. That's what it feels like to be living your purpose. And your purpose isn't some grand, complex thing that you have to search the ends of the earth to find. Your purpose is simple. Your purpose is to be you. Your authentic, true, real you. Not the version of you that you think you should be. Not the version that your parents wanted you to be. Not the version that society expects you to be. The real you. The you that you are when nobody's watching. The you that your soul came here to express. When you're being authentically you, when you're expressing your unique gifts and talents, when you're following your heart, when you're doing what brings you joy, that's when you're fulfilling your purpose. And here's the beautiful thing. When you're living your purpose, when you're being authentically you, you automatically serve others. You automatically make the world a better place because your unique gifts are exactly what the world needs. There's nobody else on this planet who has your exact combination of experiences, talents, perspectives, and abilities. Nobody else can do what you can do in the way that you can do it. You are absolutely unique and necessary. The world needs you to show up as you, not as a pale imitation of someone else, not as a watered-down version of yourself, but as the full, radiant, magnificent being that you truly are. But here's where it gets challenging. To be authentically you, you have to let go of who you think you should be. You have to let go of the expectations. You have to let go of the need for approval. You have to let go of the fear of judgment. You have to let go of trying to fit in, trying to be normal, trying to be like everyone else. And that's scary. That's really scary. Because we're hardwired for connection. We're tribal beings. Our survival used to depend on being part of the group. So we have this primal fear of being rejected, of being cast out, of being alone. And that fear keeps us small. That fear keeps us playing safe. That fear keeps us living lives that aren't really ours. But your soul doesn't care about fitting in. Your soul doesn't care about being normal. Your soul doesn't care about what other people think. Your soul only cares about growth, expansion, love, and authentic expression. And when your soul is ready, it starts to override that fear. When your soul is ready, you start to care more about being true to yourself than about pleasing others. When your soul is ready, you start to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, to do things that scare you but excite you at the same time. This is the awakening. This is what's happening to you right now. Your soul is ready. It's been ready for a while, actually. It's been whispering to you, sending you signs, creating situations that nudge you toward your truth. And now, here you are listening. Here you are paying attention. Here you are, ready to step into the next chapter of your life. So what do you do now? How do you move forward from here? let me share some simple truths that can guide you. First, trust yourself. Trust that inner voice. Trust your intuition. Your soul speaks to you through your feelings, through your gut instincts, through those moments of knowing that you can't quite explain. When something feels right, when something lights you up, when something makes your heart sing, that's your soul saying yes. Follow that. Even if it doesn't make logical sense. Even if you can't see the whole path. Even if other people think you're crazy. Trust yourself. Second, let go of the need to control everything. The universe has a plan for you that's far greater than anything your limited human mind could conceive. When you try to control every detail, when you insist that things happen in a certain way on a certain timeline, you actually block the flow of miracles. Instead, set your intention, be clear about what you want to create and who you want to become, and then surrender the how and the when to the universe. Do your part. Take inspired action, but let go of the outcome. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. Third, practice gratitude. Make it a daily habit. When you wake up in the morning, before you even get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for the comfortable bed you slept in. Maybe you're grateful for the sunshine coming through your window. Maybe you're grateful for the fact that you have another day to live, to grow, to experience life. This simple practice shifts your energy. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. And when you appreciate what you have, you attract more to appreciate. Fourth, forgive. Forgive everyone who has ever hurt you. Forgive your parents for their mistakes. Forgive your ex-partners for their betrayals. Forgive your friends for their disappointments. Forgive your enemies for their attacks. And most importantly, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made, for the people you've hurt, for the opportunities you've missed, for the ways you've betrayed yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was okay. It means you're no longer willing to carry the weight of it. It means you're choosing freedom over resentment. It means you're choosing love over fear. When you forgive, you break the chains that have been keeping you trapped in the past. You free up energy that's been stuck in old wounds and old stories. You create space for new experiences, new relationships, new possibilities. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful spiritual practices you can engage in. It's not easy, but it's absolutely necessary if you want to live a free, joyful, authentic life. Fifth, be present. Stop living in the past. Stop worrying about the future. The only moment you truly have is this one right now. This moment is where life happens. This moment is where your power is. This moment is where your soul exists. When you're fully present, fully aware, fully engaged with what's happening right now, you experience life in all its richness, all its beauty, all its magnificence. So often we miss the miracles that are happening all around us because we're lost in thought. We're replaying yesterday's conversations. We're rehearsing tomorrow's presentations. We're planning next week's schedule. Meanwhile, life is passing us by. The sunset is happening. The bird is singing. The child is laughing. The flower is blooming. And we're missing it all because we're not here. Come back to now. Breathe. Feel your body. Notice your surroundings. Be here. This is where the magic happens. This is where your soul lives. This is where transformation occurs. Sixth, surround yourself with people who lift you up. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're spending time with negative, fearful, limited people, that energy will rub off on you. If you're spending time with positive, courageous, expansive people, that energy will inspire you. Choose wisely. Protect your energy. It's okay to outgrow friendships. It's okay to distance yourself from family members who bring you down. It's okay to prioritize your growth and your well-being. This doesn't mean you stop loving people. It just means you love yourself enough to not allow their negativity to dim your light. You can love people from a distance. You can wish them well without being in constant contact. You can honor the role they played in your life while acknowledging that you're moving in different directions now. And as you let go of relationships that no longer serve you, you create space for new relationships that align with who you're becoming. You'll attract people who are on the same wavelength, who are also growing, who are also awakening, who are also committed to living authentically. These soul connections are incredibly powerful and supportive. Seventh, take care of your body. Your body is the temple that houses your soul. It's the vehicle through which you experience this physical reality. Treat it with respect. Feed it nourishing food. Give it regular movement. Allow it adequate rest. Listen to what it needs. Your body is always communicating with you. Pain is a message, fatigue is a message, illness is a message. Instead of fighting against your body or ignoring its signals, work with it, partner with it, honor it. When you take care of your physical health, everything else improves. Your mental clarity increases. Your emotional stability strengthens. Your spiritual connection deepens. You have more energy to pursue your dreams. You have more capacity to serve others. You have more vitality to enjoy life. Eighth, develop a spiritual practice. This doesn't mean you have to join a religion or follow a specific doctrine. It simply means creating regular time and space to connect with your soul, with Source, with the infinite intelligence that creates and sustains all life. This might look like meditation, prayer, time in nature, journaling, yoga, or any other practice that helps you quiet your mind and tune into your inner wisdom. Consistency is more important than duration. Even just 5 or 10 minutes a day of quiet contemplation can transform your life. In those moments of stillness, you remember who you are. You reconnect with your truth. You receive guidance. You find peace. You access clarity. You restore your energy. Make this a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth. Ninth, live with intention. Stop sleepwalking through life. Start making conscious choices. Before you say yes to something, ask yourself, does this align with my values? Does this support my growth? Does this bring me joy? Does this contribute to my purpose? Learn to say no to things that don't serve you, even if they're good things, even if other people want you to do them. Your time and energy are finite. Spend them wisely. Set clear intentions for how you want to show up in the world. How do you want to treat people? What kind of energy do you want to bring into your interactions? What legacy do you want to leave? When you live with intention, every action becomes meaningful. Every moment becomes sacred. Every day becomes an opportunity to create the life you truly want. 10th, embrace uncertainty. Life is unpredictable. Things change. Plans fall apart. Unexpected things happen. And that's okay. In fact, that's more than okay. That's where the growth happens. That's where the magic happens. That's where life happens. When you try to control everything, when you need everything to be certain and secure before you move forward, you miss out on so much possibility. The universe cannot deliver anything new to you if you're clinging tightly to what is. You have to be willing to let go. You have to be willing to step into the unknown. You have to be willing to trust that even though you can't see the whole staircase, the next step will appear when you need it. Faith isn't about knowing what's going to happen. Faith is about trusting that whatever happens, you'll be okay. You'll handle it. You'll grow from it. You'll find your way. Your soul is ready for this. Your soul is ready to stop playing small. Your soul is ready to stop hiding. Your soul is ready to stop pretending. Your soul is ready to shine. Your soul is ready to love without holding back. Your soul is ready to create without fearing failure. Your soul is ready to live without waiting for permission. You don't need anyone's permission to be yourself. You don't need anyone's approval to follow your dreams. You don't need anyone's validation to know your worth. You are already enough. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. The only person who needs to believe in you is you. And I know it's not always easy. I know there will be days when you doubt yourself. Days when you feel like giving up. Days when the old patterns and fears come rushing back. That's normal. That's part of the process. Growth isn't linear. It's not a straight line from where you are to where you want to be. It's a spiral. Sometimes you'll feel like you're going backward, like you're revisiting old issues, like you're not making progress, but you are. Each time you come around to a familiar challenge, you're coming to it from a higher level of consciousness. You're seeing it differently. You're responding to it differently. You're learning something new. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. You're doing the best you can with what you know in this moment. And as you learn more, as you grow more, as you remember more of who you truly are, you'll do better. That's all any of us can do. Just keep showing up. Keep trying. Keep choosing love over fear. Keep choosing growth over comfort. Keep choosing truth over pretense. And remember, you're not alone in this. You might feel alone sometimes. You might feel like nobody understands what you're going through, but you're part of something much bigger than yourself. You're part of a collective awakening that's happening all over the world. Millions of people are waking up right now. Millions of people are questioning the old ways. Millions of people are choosing to live more consciously, more authentically, more lovingly. You're part of this movement. And every time you choose to be more you, every time you choose to live from your soul instead of from your fear, you contribute to the collective awakening. You make it easier for others to do the same. You become a light that shows others the way. You become an example of what's possible. You become a catalyst for change. This is your calling. This is why your soul brought you here. This is why these words found you at exactly the right time. Because your soul is ready. Your soul is ready to step into your power. Your soul is ready to claim your birthright as a divine, creative, infinite being. Your soul is ready to stop settling for mediocrity and start creating magnificence. What you do next is up to you. You can hear these words and go back to your old life, your old patterns, your old ways of being. Or you can choose to act. You can choose to take one small step today toward the life your soul is calling you to live. It doesn't have to be a huge step. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be as simple as deciding to think one new thought, to try one new behavior, to take one small risk. Maybe you finally have that conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe you sign up for that class you've been curious about. Maybe you start that creative project you've been dreaming of. Maybe you end that relationship that's been draining you. Maybe you apply for that job that excites you. Maybe you book that trip you've been wanting to take. Maybe you simply sit in silence for 10 minutes and listen to what your soul has to say. Whatever it is, do something. Take action. Because inspiration without action is just entertainment. Information without implementation is just theory. You can know all the spiritual truths in the world, but if you don't apply them, if you don't live them, they're worthless. Your soul doesn't want you to just understand these concepts intellectually. Your soul wants you to embody them. Your soul wants you to become them. Your soul wants you to live them. And when you do, when you start living from your soul instead of from your fear, everything changes. Your relationships become more authentic and fulfilling. Your work becomes more meaningful and rewarding. Your health improves. Your energy increases. Your joy expands. Your life becomes an expression of who you truly are rather than a performance of who you think you should be. You start to experience synchronicities. You start to notice that when you need something, it appears. When you need an answer, it comes. When you need help, someone shows up. The universe starts to support you in ways that seem miraculous, but are actually just the natural result of being aligned with your soul, with Source, with the flow of life. You start to feel a sense of peace that doesn't depend on external circumstances. You can be peaceful even when things around you are chaotic. You can be joyful even when challenges arise. You can be loving even when others are fearful, because you're rooted in something deeper than the surface level of life. You're rooted in your soul. You're rooted in truth. You're rooted in the eternal, unchanging essence of who you are. This is the gift that awaits you. This is what's on the other side of the awakening. This is what your soul has been calling you toward all along. And now, in this moment, the call is getting louder. The pull is getting stronger. The time is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when circumstances are perfect. Now, your soul is ready. The question is, are you willing to listen? Are you willing to trust? Are you willing to take the leap? Are you willing to let go of the familiar and step into the unknown? Are you willing to release who you've been to become who you're meant to be? I believe you are. I believe that's why you're here. I believe your soul orchestrated this moment. I believe you're ready for the next chapter. Even if you don't feel ready, even if you're scared, even if you don't know how it's all going to work out, your soul knows. Your soul has always known. Your soul has been patiently waiting for this moment when you would finally be ready to hear its whispers, to heed its call, to follow its guidance. So take a breath, feel into your body. Notice what you're feeling right now. Is there excitement? Is there fear? Is there resistance? Is there hope? Whatever you're feeling, it's okay. Allow it. Don't judge it. Don't try to change it. Just notice it. Because awareness is the first step to transformation. And then, when you're ready, make a decision. Decide that you're going to start listening to your soul. Decide that you're going to start honoring your truth. Decide that you're going to start living authentically. Decide that you're going to start creating the life you came here to live. It's just a decision, a simple choice, but it's the most important choice you'll ever make. Because from that decision, everything else flows. From that decision, your whole life begins to reorganize itself. From that decision, you activate forces and energies and possibilities that have been dormant, waiting for you to claim them. From that decision, you become a conscious creator rather than an unconscious reactor. You are so much more powerful than you realize. You are so much more capable than you believe. You are so much more magnificent than you've been taught. And it's time for you to remember this. It's time for you to reclaim this. It's time for you to embody this. Your soul is ready. This message found you because your soul is ready. And now it's time for you to step forward, to rise up, to shine your light, to be who you came here to be. The world needs you. The world needs your unique gifts. The world needs your authentic expression. The world needs you to stop playing small and start being great. Not great in the sense of being better than others. Great in the sense of being fully yourself, fully alive, fully awake, fully present, fully engaged with this beautiful, mysterious, sacred experience called life. That's the greatness your soul is calling you to. That's the magnificence that's your birthright. That's the truth of who you are. And so I want to leave you with this. You are exactly where you need to be. Everything that's happened in your life has led you to this moment. Everything you've experienced, everything you've learned, everything you've overcome, it's all been preparing you. You are ready. Your soul is ready. And the universe is ready to support you in ways you can't even begin to fathom. All you have to do is say yes. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to your soul. Say yes to your truth.